Because being with the plastics was like being famous. People looked at you all the time, and everybody just knew stuff about you.
That new girl moved here from Africa. I saw Katie Heron wearing army pants and flip.
Let's take this overboard now.
Hey everyone, if you're new, hi, my name is Daehanaww. Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, you can already see by its title, today is going to be a back to school video. Your girl is not in school, sadly, but I can give y'all some advice on, what's going on, how it's gonna be, what the lifestyle's gonna be, how you can make it through high school. You came to the right place. So literally, you guys, it's so basic and it's so simple, and literally it's I feel like you guys think so much into it, and I'm here to just tell y'all it's not what y'all even think it probably is, to be honest. I personally have graduated early from high school. I finished a year early. I just was so over it. High school's not for everybody, but don't ever just drop out or let yourself down. I feel like as a person who definitely has just been so about school a lot, just finish it through. Even if make your grades so good to where you can finish early and not have to deal with that extra year when it gets so stressful. There's plenty of options, y'all. Just push through. Definitely push through. Don't give up on yourself. But without no further ado, I'm going to be giving you guys advice, high school advice. You guys already see the title. I'm going to be telling you guys how to make it through high school, what I did, what my tips and tricks are. And yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe with the notification bell so that every time your girl posts a new upload. Follow all my social media down in the description below. I'm very active on all social media platforms. Yeah, and keep up to date with me. Stay tuned. And let's get on with the video. So first, grades. We're going into grades, y'all. I personally, oh my gosh, when I tell y'all I struggled, your girl struggled so much with focusing on grades because I was always worried about friends and everything, and that's gonna be a next topic. But just grades itself, make sure you're on top of your grades. Start out with that 4.0 GPA. Don't sit here and start out slacking automatically. Go into school with the mindset that I'm gonna be the top in my class. Keep that mindset up, because yes, it's very hard, and I guarantee you that it's gonna be so different. The environment is just going to be different itself, but you have to make sure that your mind is prioritizing your grades, especially if you're a person that wants to make it to college. If you're a person that's been college, keep your grades up. Don't let people be distractions. Don't let things be distractions. Don't let teachers distract you. Don't let none of that slide. Just focus on yourself. Try not to be in too much, Just pay attention to what your grades are. If you're struggling, make sure to go to ask for help, ask teachers. Literally, even if you feel like you're at your worst, go to teachers, because I promise you, if you show effort and you show that you want to fix it, teachers are always going to be nice to you. Even if they probably don't even like it, they still want to work with you. And I had personally teachers that I didn't even like that much, and when it came down to it and it was time to work on just being more consistent with my work, and knowing that I personally was a dance major in my school and you couldn't perform if your grades were low, so that motivated me to keep my grades up. So when I was slacking, I would always go to a teacher. Literally, even if I didn't like them, I would just be like, knock, can I get some extra work? Can you help me? Just keep showing effort. Even if they say no or something, keep showing effort. Show effort when it comes to teachers. Even if you may not like them, your grades are more important than your grades are more important than your ego. So don't let that sit here and make you not want to work on getting your grades up, even if you let it slide for a minute, So just make sure that your grades are very high. Keep them high. Don't let them drop, because when they drop, it is very hard to pick them back up. But grades are very important, especially if you're trying to get somewhere higher as you leave high school. Going on to friends, guys, keep your circle small. When I tell you small, keep it small to a point where you're not even talking to more than 3 people. You can say hi, have associates, not friends too much, because they will get you in trouble. Being in so many people different, so many people's faces, literally they will sit here and say so many bad things about you and lie on your name. Pass rumors around we're in middle school and we're kids and stuff. No, we're not still doing that. Don't let somebody literally get into your head to where now you're all into the drama and you're not focused on you. Literally, that is going to be the main thing that's going to be a distraction in high school for you, is friends, trying to make friends, trying to be friends with everybody, trying to be with the it crew, with this. Just focus on yourself. Yes, you're going to make friends. Yes, it's going to be hard to make friends. Me personally, when I was in high school making friends, once you get into your class, they always do icebreakers. That's one way literally to make friends. If you need help, if that's not your strong subject, easy way to make friends, asking somebody for help. You know, it's not that hard to make friends in high school when you really think about it. You just have to approach the right people. You don't really have to approach people as well. You can let people come to you. Like for me, I didn't make any friends where I was talking to them for real. Like everybody came to me, and everybody wants to like talk, you know, one by one. Like they'll come, like, you know, people come and go. So don't be dwelling on friendships too much, thinking like that's going to be your high school experience, because that's what creates the problems for you. You may not see it in your freshman year, but as it builds on, trust me, like it's going to create more issues as time goes on. So just stay on top of, you know, just keeping your circle small, not letting too many people in. A lot of people are not very trustworthy. A lot of people will snake you. A lot of people will do things behind your back. You do not want to deal with any of that. You do not want that to be like the center of attention for you in your mind. Like you have to ice all that out. So keep your little 1-2 people. And if somebody let you down on that 1-2 people, that was never really your friend. So don't dwell on that either. Going around talking to the school, talking about some, oh yeah, she's weird, da da da. Because that's how fights start. That's how, you know, social media problems start. That's how all of that starts. And you don't want to be a part of that. Like, yeah, it's fun in the beginning, and I can admit, like, I be a part of those things. Like everybody loves to be a part of the drama until that drama affects. And when I tell you guys, it will literally start to catch up with you. I literally personally, like, after in my freshman year when it came to friends, I let everybody talk to me, and I was just this bubbly, big bubbly person. And like when I hit junior year, I didn't talk to nobody. I had 2 friends. That was 4. I had 2 friends, you guys. Like I literally didn't have nobody after a while. Just because when I kept prioritizing a friend group and I kept trying to follow behind one person that was like the leader of the group, like it just became a problem to where I lost sight of myself and my grades, and I started to skip. I started to do all that stuff, which is what I'm going to get into. Like that is what the next thing is, just going into, you know, letting friends be your influences as well. Watch who you're friends with. Pick and choose your friends very wisely. Don't try to make that the main center of what you're going to do, because that's going to be a problem for you. People are going to start convincing you to skip class. People are going to start convincing you to, you know, leave school early. People are going to start convincing you to, you know, push that project for later. Let's go to the mall. Like, don't fall for stuff like that. No, I got to go home. I got to study. I'll catch you tomorrow, girl. Like, y'all got to keep up with, you know, keep up with what y'all got to do, and make sure that your friends are healthy and they support you. Don't be friends with people that are probably going to be bad influences or lead you into something that's going to reflect like later on. I definitely say that those are the 2 main things. Going into relationships is the next thing. High school relationships are like the center of attention. They're like the center of drama, more than friendships. Like relationships are something you just don't want to really get into. Like it's still crush season. Like people are going to have crushes. I don't know. That's not really what people call it as you get into high school. I don't really know what they really call it, but it's like, it's not crushes, just, but like it is, you know. You may like somebody, you may think somebody's cute, but don't make that like every day you're looking for that person to where you losing sight of, oh, I'm late for class. Like, you know, relationships are always gonna be the center, but it's like that's not the priority in high school. If you meet somebody, cool. There's a lot of like high school sweethearts, but I think that freshman year, like especially for the freshmen that are watching this, definitely don't go into school with the mindset of I need a boyfriend, I need a girlfriend. That is literally not, no. That is the last thing you want to do. That is literally, I'll always be honest, like after like high school and everything, going into it, like halfway through my high school year, I started to want to be in all the crowds, and I used to always want to, like, you know, talk to the it person. No. Relationships, don't try to be with the best guy in the school. No. Trust me. It's going to get you into people problems. Girls are jealous. Guys are jealous. Whichever, like, you know, whoever you go for. People are jealous. People are going to want to end what you're trying to get going on. People are going to want to try to end what you got going on. People are going to want to be all in your business, and they're going to spread lies. And that's what breaks up your relationship. So if you do get into a relationship, if you really, really, really do decide to get a relationship, prioritize to make sure that you don't let people inside that relationship. Don't keep your business out. Try not to make that your only thing. Like, make sure that you're focused on school. Like, have a balance. Definitely have a balance. This is what we're going to talk about. Relationships is literally going to be such a stress at that time point because you're just starting high school. So try to save that for later. And if you do, like I said, keep your business private, because people will make that a thing to where now it's all over the school, and you have to deal with the fact that now you're embarrassed by something, you know. So just be careful of those things. But definitely some people are very sweethearts in high school, but also know that being at that age, people are exploring. So don't always expect you and your significant other to have a perfect relationship. At the end of the day, we're young, and people are literally having the time of their lives. They're not going to always be wanting to lock in. They may like you, they may love you, But that doesn't mean that y'all gotta have a perfect relationship. So just be aware of that and don't be too brokenhearted by it, because at the end of the day, they still could love you. It's just a thing. I don't know. It's sad, the generation we live in, guys. I can't, like, how to have a balance in school. So if you're a person like me who likes to work, I like to work personally. I'm always working. I've been working, like, freshman year, I was already doing like little side hustles. I didn't really have like a full job. But having a balance is very important. Balance your mental health, balance your job, balance school, balance just, you know, your family duties at home. Balancing it, I would just say have a schedule for yourself. I personally want to get a whiteboard on my room, like on the wall, just so I can balance literally all my ideas, everything I have to do, my scheduling, like how I'm going to maneuver throughout the school year. That's what I used to do. I had about 4 planners, guys. Like every Christmas, every birthday, I always get a planner. And I buy them throughout the year too, because I lose them. Get a planner. If you don't have a planner, if you don't want to buy one, if you're not a writer, get your notes out. Download an app. There's a couple good apps. Maybe I'll put some on the screen for you guys. There's a couple good apps for like journaling and stuff and just planning. There's planners. I have a planner personally with my family. I had a planner with somebody I was talking to. I had a planner with my friends. Like, if we know that we like plan accordingly for stuff and like we want to know each other's schedules so we can like fit a time in to hang out, I have a planner. Plan. Yeah, when I tell y'all I should be literally a planner for birthday parties, I am a planner all the way. Planning is gonna get you so far in life when it comes to even when you get older. Planning is just like something you have to do. It's just something you have to do. Like, you're gonna forget to do an assignment. You're gonna forget to do, like, you know, a project. You're gonna forget to do certain things. So you just need a planner. You need to be able to plan when you're gonna do, maybe if you're a content creator, you know, plan when you're gonna do this video, plan when you're gonna do your homework, plan when you're gonna, you know, go to practice for your sport. You know, just do planning. Make sure you're organized. Disorganization, unorganization, all of that is, you gotta go out the window. Because I promise you guys, if you're unorganized in high school, it ain't gonna work out. Like, you're gonna be so stressed out to a point where that's where your mental health comes in, and it's going to be a loophole. Like, it's just going to be like a loop-de-loop, going over and over and over. And it's gonna be to a point where you're just gonna be so stressed out and you're not gonna want to do anything. I definitely say do a sport, do a hobby, do something. Don't just make school and home the only things you do. I feel like that's very boring. I feel like it's also like what drives you crazy, just bed rotting all day. Even if like you're a person, you know, like you're struggling with mental health and everything, make sure like you're getting up and doing something. Get up, take a walk, drink water, you know, read a book. You guys, you might not think I read. I still read from time to time when I have the time to. You know, sometimes I'll pull out the Bible and I start reading, just because of the fact, keep your brain stimulated. If you're not studying, but you're not doing anything either, read a book. You can read a book that you enjoy, you know. To me, I feel like those things are very important, and I feel like a lot of people don't do that. They don't keep their brain stimulated and they don't keep their body moving. They just go to school and home, and that's very boring. That's not going to keep you through high school, because at the end of the day, you need to feel like your body is still in control. You're in control of your body still. So like, do meditation, working out, whatever keeps your brain calm. Have a calming hobby. Like, if you like track and field, I used to do track and field personally. I did track and field for like 2 years. If you like track and field, go into that. Go into basketball, go into volleyball. A lot of schools have like hobbies and stuff to do, like extracurricular activities is what they call it. They have a lot of those. Make sure you do something. Even if you don't like sports, do something at home. Listen to music, write poems. Guys, I literally do half of that stuff. Keep yourself busy. Like, you should have wind down times where you do like meditation, reading, but like, just keep a balance. Okay, so for time management, I definitely also, like, I agree with planning. I feel like planning is definitely a way to help you with time management. But also, time management is also just having a plan itself with time. If you know that you wake up at this time and you know that you go to school at this time, why would you wake up 5 minutes before you go to school? Have a time, you know, like a schedule. So make sure you have your alarm set. What I personally do, and this is a tip that I'm going to give you guys, is, you know how you have alarms? Schedule your alarms for different times of what you have to do. So at 10 a.m., if I have like to wake up for EMT or whatever to study, I put 10 a.m. EMT study. Then at 11 a.m., I have go shower. Even though I know, like, it's like, even though you know you gotta go shower, just put it on there. Like, just have a time routine. oh, at 1 p.m. I'm going to study. Put that as your next alarm. Just have like a balance. You know, everything works for everybody like differently. You can literally just have moments where you have downtime. That's why they have TikTok, Instagram, and all that. Like, they have little sleep times, because you don't need to be in social media 24/7. Social media is going to be a distraction in your high school life, literally. Social media needs to be clip, clip, clip. Don't follow nobody in school on social media, because, girls and guys, don't do it. Literally, you're gonna have people just texting you about the dumbest stuff, and you're gonna just have people, like, there's a lot of people who ramble a lot and like to tell other people's business just to see if you're gonna say something to the next person. Don't do he said, she said. Don't do he said, she said. Okay, y'all. We're not doing that. We're not doing the high school drama. We're not doing that. Stay out of drama. Stay out of all of that. Time manage what you got to do. Don't worry about all that other stuff, okay? Going into just how to deal with also mental health when it comes to balancing your mindset for exams, and just making sure that you're able to accept failure. Being able to accept failure is like the best thing that you can do, because it's just to tell you to self-improve, and that you're able and you're capable of self-improving, if that makes sense. Like, make sure that just because you got a 50 on your test doesn't mean that you go and cry in your room about it, or you go get stressed out. If you got a 50 on that test, ask somebody, what did I get wrong? You know, go home and study that. Don't sit here and just get depressed and go scroll through TikTok. That's not going to help you. That's not going to get you where you got to be. That's not going to get you keeping yourself successful in school. If you're a person that likes to engage a lot, and school has all these activities, and you're going to a school that like takes a lot of stuff away for grades, you would want to keep your grades up. So don't let one bad test score affect you. Like, mentally, go home, you go make a tea, you go sit down, and you go study, and you study your behind off for another hour. When you study, do not study for hours straight, because that's not going to help you. Make sure that like you're taking breaks in between, like 2 hours a day of study. An hour, you take a break, and then you do another hour. Don't stress yourself to the point where now you're mentally not even like capable of understanding what you're reading, because a lot of the times, like, I'll read, and I've been studying for so long that I'm not even reading anything. I'm just looking at the words. Read with comprehension. You know, put like your best foot forward. Even though something may have not worked, that does not mean it's not going to work again if you try again. Keep trying, and don't give up on yourself at all throughout all high school when it comes to just yourself mentally. Don't give up on yourself when it comes to losing a friend, losing a relationship, you losing anything. Do not feel like you lost yourself because you've lost something. You have yourself, okay, baby? You have yourself. You just need to sit here and take a breather for a moment. You can't rush life, and you can't rush time. So just because something didn't work out in that moment does not mean it won't work out later, or it won't work out differently. God always has like a plan for us in his head. He be doing a lot of magic up there, and it definitely works out in your favor at some point. Even if you think that life is crashing down right now, it's not going to crash down forever. Something always is going to come up eventually good for you. And that's how you have to think throughout all high school. When something is going bad, whether that's your grades, whether that's losing somebody, you're going to get through it. You're going to push through it. Find something you love that keeps you motivated, whether that's family, whether that's hobbies. Keep yourself motivated and keep yourself going. That's how you keep yourself going. Just finding stuff to fill in your time. Also know that it's okay to take breaks. Also know that if you're a hard worker, like, don't think that everything has to be perfect. Don't be a perfectionist, because not everything is going to turn out perfect. A lot of the things are going to be problems throughout your whole high school, like your whole high school timing. It's going to be a lot of issues where you just may not even know what the solution is to the problem. Don't stress. Just let the solution come to you. I promise you guys, it's not the end of the world. Peer pressure. Don't let me hear y'all let anybody peer pressure y'all ever, because your girl has dealt with the hardest of like a lot of stuff. Like, don't be peer pressured. If you have morals that you're not going to do something, don't do it. Have respect for yourself, and have respect for just everything about you. Have like this aura that nobody can touch me, nobody can talk to me the way they want. Like, have that mentality, and I promise you, you will succeed through high school. Keep a healthy mentality of just not letting people control you, not letting what one person does affect you and affect whatever is around you. Keep yourself, you know, isolated. Baby, nobody's touching me, nobody's talking to me if they want to. I'm not doing what you're telling me to do. I'm not going to jump this way because you're telling me to do that. Stay true to yourself. If you have morals, you have things that you're not okay with, don't have those people around. If somebody is robbing people and you're not okay with that, don't be friends with those people. If they want you to do that, don't be friends with those people. Let people make their own mistakes. Obviously, if you're really close to somebody, you really love somebody, and you see them doing something wrong, you know, tell them, try to help them, but also don't let yourself drown with somebody else. Make sure that you're able to still pick yourself back up and put the pieces together, because nobody else is going to. Nobody's going to be there for yourself the way you can be there for yourself. And that's what I always say to everybody. Make sure that you are there for yourself, because you can't even be there for anybody else if you're not there for yourself. So don't be following around everybody else. Don't let people convince you to do things that you don't want to do, because a lot of the times people have a lot of dumb things that they like to do for some reason, and people think it's okay to go follow them. Don't follow them, y'all. They're gonna get you into something that you can't get yourself out of. Have a clean record. Don't be going to do things outside that you know you shouldn't be doing, because at the end of the day, they're not saving you. You can only save yourself. And if you don't have a lot of support systems behind you, you have to only be there for yourself, because you don't know what will happen next. We can't predict life, so just be sure to make sure that you are true to yourself and know what's right from wrong. Know right from wrong in high school, because if you go and you do something wrong, sometimes that wrong you may not be able to correct. So just be sure that you are sure of your decisions at all times, and always think before you do something. Procrastination, guys. When it comes to assignments, do not procrastinate. If you get an assignment on the 3rd, make sure it's done by the 4th. Make sure it's done by the 3rd at night. One thing I've learned from my family, especially like my father and everything, like he was very hell-bent on just making sure everything was done once I got it. Don't do something 2 weeks later and you knew that it was due the next day. Make sure that you do it in advance. If you get an assignment that was given to you 2 weeks in advance, make sure it's done in the 1st week. Do not wait till the 2nd week to go trying to do something. Like, keep on track with your assignments, because if you get backed up, it will be very hard to get back to like where you started at. So just make sure that you are not like getting too backed up with work, because definitely if you get like 2 packages you got to do over like a break or something and you don't do it, it's going to be very stressful to try to do it again. So be sure that you're on top of that, y'all. Make sure that you're not procrastinating with anything at all. Make sure you're on top of your assignments. Make sure you're on top of what you got to do. Make sure you're on top of all of that, because it's going to be very hard to get back to what you had to do. So now, instead of having no assignment for the week, you going home, you getting late, you going to, you know, your family events and everything, your parties. You can't do that because you got 5 assignments to do now, and now you're upset. So then you're not going to do it at all, and you're going to have a failing grade. So be sure to just make sure that you do all your assignments. Get them out the way. Push them things out. Push, like flipping through a book. Push all those pages out, because then at least you won't have nothing to do, and you'll have a lot more free time on your hands, and you'll feel very relieved by it. When it comes to just comparing yourself to others and having an image, going to school, I just say go very clean cut. You don't have to be the richest. You don't have to be the most famous person. Go to school yourself. Just, you know, keep it fly, keep it cute. You don't have to have name brand stuff. You don't have to have none of that. Keep a fresh tee and some cute jeans and some shoes, girl. Like, or girls and guys, keep a clean fits. You don't have to like do too much. You don't have to present yourself for others like to where you're trying to impress everybody else. Everybody else got other things going on. So just because they may be pretty doesn't mean that they may not have something else going on. So just be sure to keep your image up and make sure that you are true to yourself. I would definitely say though, when comparing to others, not everybody else is perfect either. So just because you see one quality on somebody else does not mean that that quality has to be on you. Make sure that you just love yourself for who you are, and don't let other people's images reflect on what you think you should look like. You are your own person, and you are your body's a temple. Like, take care of yourself. Just keep your hygiene at the par, keep clean, keep cute. You don't need to be perfect or have this image that everybody else has. Because I promise y'all, everybody look the same. They buy the same clothes. They buy the same everything. Because they think that's like what the style and what the trend is. But you don't always have to follow the style and the trend. Not everybody does. There's 100,000 millions of people in this world, billions of people. Not everybody got to wear the same stuff. So just don't compare yourself to nobody. You are your own person. That's that. All times, stay true to yourself. But I definitely just say though, in general and overall, just go presentable. You don't have to always go presentable. Sometimes I'll go in a hoodie and some sweatpants. You guys, like, the first week of school is what I usually do. I get dressed, I get really cute, and then after that I go into hoodies and all that. You don't have to like do too much. Go there, get your schoolwork done, focus on you, and when you meet friends and relationships and people along the way, make sure that they don't interfere with your grades. That's the moral of the story. That's the moral of this video. As far as different questions that people have like either wanted to hear or wanted advice for, you guys can leave them down below, because I may have not covered something that you want to hear about. So be sure to comment down below questions that you do have. I would just definitely say stay clear of all the drama and stay true to yourself when it comes to it, and keep your grades up. That's the only way you're going to be making it through high school and being organized. If you don't have any of those qualities or any of those things, then like you need to start working on that. Make sure that you go into school with a healthy mindset. Don't go into school stressing, because I promise you guys, high school is not what everybody makes it seem to be. It's just full of drama. And if you don't focus on your grades, you won't get anywhere after high school. You may not finish high school. You guys, do not get left back and like have to repeat one class. Because it's not like middle school. You're not going to just get left back. You have to repeat classes. You do not want to be in one high class and one low. Guys, that doesn't know. Stay on top of your stuff, guys. Because once you get backed up in one thing, you're going to get so discouraged. And discouraging, like being discouraged, it's not like, it's so upsetting. You're gonna upset yourself to the point where you're not even gonna do anything anymore. So keep yourself motivated. Be sure to just make friends though that also reflect yourself. If you see them doing things that you know that you love to do, and you know that they have respect, those are people you want around you. You want people to support you. Don't always be a provider to people. And yeah, that's pretty much all my tips for you guys. If you guys have any more questions, please sure to let me know down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this video was very helpful for you guys. I feel like everybody says the same topics, but they don't explain it the same way. I feel like everybody explains it different. So the way I explained it helped you in a sense. I would love to hear that in the comments. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Make sure to stay in tune with me on my social medias. And yeah, love you guys. Bye. See you in my next video.